Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Theodore Campbell, and I am one half of Unadulterated You. As you see, I'm just me by myself, but there's two of us and my partner, Bianca. Normally, we do videos together, but just like we told you in a couple other videos, that every once in a while, Bianca jumps up here and she says what she needs to say by herself. And sometimes I'll jump up here by myself. But usually when we come on Unadulterated You, we are together and we bounce off of each other's ideas. But tonight it's just me by myself. So I had a topic that I was thinking, this was actually on my mind for a while. And the topic is, what's the difference between loving somebody and liking somebody? And you would say, well, that's common sense. Like and love is two different things. But to me, with my experience in life, I see a lot of people, it seems like they trying to kind of get the two mixed up, like, or even try to put the same together. Now, again, the name of the channel is Unadulterated You. So when me and Bianca we speak, we're speaking our truth. This isn't facts. This isn't, we not claiming to know everything. Believe me, she's wrong at times. I'm wrong at times. We don't profess to know everything. We just speaking our truth. So on this particular subject, I just want to speak my truth or how I feel about the subject. So first, if we would talk about the subject about love, I'm not the biggest Bible scholar. Usually Bianca, she's the one with the scriptures and stuff like that. As you see, she's not here even with the video, all the video um, intro and stuff. As you see, it's not here this time because she's not here. But we gonna still do our thing. But usually she's the one that's spitting out all the scriptures and stuff. And even though I know the Bible, I I wouldn't say that I memorized the Bible, but you know, I know a lot. So thank God for Google. And I looked at Google for these scriptures. So when I looked up love, there's actually a lot of scriptures and commandments in the Bible about love. So I couldn't do all of them, of course. So I picked three. So these three that I picked out for tonight is, the first one is Matthew 5:44. And that reads, "But I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you." So that's the first one, right? The second one, this one kind of means something to me, and I'll tell you why after I read it. And it's John 13:34. And it says, "Love one another as I have loved you, so that you must love one another." And the reason that means something to me is because I remember back in the day, I grew up in church. I was part of a choir called the Stars of Faith, part of Morning Star Full Gospel Assembly in the Bronx. And I know what y'all think. You said, "What? You was in a choir?" Listen, I can't sing. You know how it is when you in the black church and you a kid, they just let you sing. You might not even be that good. But that was an experience in my life. I was part of the Stars of Faith. And I remember Paula, that's one of my mentors as far as playing instruments. She had that song. It was called "Love One Another as I Have Loved You." So that's where she got that song from that scripture. So that means something special to me because I remember we used to sing that with the Stars of Faith. So that's another scripture and commandment in the Bible talking about love. The last one I got is called, or should I say, it comes from John 15:17. And it says, "These things I command you." So he's saying it commands you to do this, "so that you will love one another." So it's a commandment. It may not be one of the 10 commandments, but he's commanding us to love one another. So, and when I think about stuff like that, I say, well, it's kind of common sense. Because think about it. If you just live your regular life, a lot of things in your life you just do out of love for one another. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. I'm a truck driver by trade for some people that might be watching this for the first time and don't know me. I drive trucks, or even before I drove trucks, I drove charter buses. I was on the road a lot. So since I'm on the road a lot, I see a lot of stuff that happens on the road. And unfortunately, one of those things that I see a lot is accidents. Now, we know that's a terrible situation, and that's not something that we wish on anybody, but they do happen. But one thing that I did notice about accidents, especially when they first happen, is that the first thing that you normally see is when there's an accident and it first happens, they usually a whole crowd of people that gather around. Who knows where they're going? Who knows what destination they got? But they take the time to stop. They'll pull over to the side of the road to make sure that person is okay. They'll pull over. They'll ask questions. Are you okay? Or they'll get on a phone, call the authorities, make sure that help is coming. And to me, that's an act of love. You're making sure this person is all right. So, did I even say the topic? I'm sorry. If I didn't, let me let y'all know what the topic is. The topic is the difference is between loving somebody and liking somebody. So I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but that's the topic that I want to talk about. What's the difference between loving somebody and liking somebody? It's a big difference. I might have said it, but I'm just making sure that you know. Just like them people, they're making sure that that person is okay. That's already something that's already built inside of you that shows love for another person. The humanity side of you. Is this person okay? Them people that's pulling over to the side, they don't know that person. So they can't say that I like that person. For you know, that person that just got in an accident, they could be a murderer. They can be doing all kinds of crazy stuff. But you can't say that you like that person. That's love. Just like me, me personally, I don't think that I have any enemies. There may be people out there that don't like me. They may be considering me an enemy. But me personally, I don't think that I have any enemies. But let's say there was a particular person that I don't like. That love that's inside of me, even though I might not like them, that's still love inside of me. Let's say if they was somewhere and they had an issue and there was something that they needed help with, or they was on the floor hurting, that love inside of me would still check on them and say, are you good? Is everything okay? That's that love inside of us. It's we think that it's common sense, but that's what's built into us so that we can always make sure that we good, or make sure that the other person's good. Just like even in the Bible, they teach us to treat people how you want to be treated. You got to show love to people who even don't deserve it. Even that scripture just said, it says, pray for those people. It says, but I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. So that means that even the people that you don't particularly care for, you supposed to still show some type of love. But that doesn't mean that I like you. And I think that's the thing that people, or even me, I'm not professing to know everything. But I say that a lot of people have that situation where it's like you kind of, how would you say, mix up those two words. The Bible, as we see, it commands you to love people, but that doesn't mean you have to like them. That doesn't mean it has to be your best friend. That don't mean you have to chill with this person. But at the end of the day, you're supposed to love them. You show love. You make sure that people's good. And that's just being a human, or the humanity side. And especially if you say you're a Christian, because as you see, that's a commandment in the Bible. So I could think of a lot of situations like Bianca, she always clowning me because she calls me King Cutoff because I'm the king of the block button. I love hitting the block button. I mean, well, let me not say that I love hitting it, but I'll hit that block button in a minute. I'll hit the block button on my phone. I'll hit the block button on Instagram or on Facebook and stuff. And the thing is, at the end of the day, I don't hate the person. I don't have any ill will against the person. At the end of the day, I'm trying to protect my peace and stuff, which is another video that we're going to probably talk about. And I think Bianca's going to join me on that one. But at the same time, it's not that I dislike the person. It's not that I have a problem with the person. But at the same time, I don't like you. And I know that sounds crazy, but it just is what it is. God commands us to like you, to love you, but that doesn't mean that I like you. That doesn't mean that I want to be your friend. That doesn't mean that I want to chill with you. That's just what it is. He commands us to love, but not to like. So sometimes, we have us as the individuals, we are different people. We have different temperaments. We have different flows, different mindsets, or different ways of doing things. And sometimes that stuff doesn't mesh. So at the same time, because I choose not to deal with you in that fashion, that doesn't mean that I hate you. That doesn't mean that I don't love you. I love you with the love of the Lord. But at the end of the day, I don't like you like that. So I'm not going to move with you like that. And maybe you don't flow on the same wave that I'm trying to move on. Or maybe you're not going down that same path that I'm trying to go on. But I have to let you go, because you're not on that same path that I'm at. But I still love you though. And I feel like a lot of people get that misconstrued, because I've hit the block button many times in the past. And maybe there's some people that might see this video to this day. And I'm making it clear. Just because I hit the block button on you, or that you may try to contact me and I don't speak to you the same way that we used to, that doesn't mean that I hate you. That doesn't mean that I don't love you or whatever. I still love you. I still love you as a person. I still want the best for you as a person. I still hope God's will for you on your life. But at the end of the day, I might not like you on that same level. Me and you may not have the same path. We may not have the same goal. So I have to push you to the side a little bit. And that's just what it is. And I feel like a lot of people misunderstand that. So that's just something that I want to address real quick. And I know this is a real short video because it's just me. And I don't have someone else to bounce off for. But I just wanted to make that real quick video and address that, because I hear so many people, they talk like that. And it's like, you go to Walmart or whatever, you make a friend and you say, oh yeah, I made a friend today. And it's like, wow, we don't click like we used to. I met them in Walmart a month ago and now we don't click because we had a disagreement. Well, you still love the person, but you don't like them because you understand that you learn some stuff about them that don't fit your lifestyle, or they don't fit where you're trying to go in life. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, once you learn what a person's purpose for you or your life, that's okay. And you don't have to take it personal just because a person is not in your life anymore. That doesn't mean that you're enemies. That doesn't mean that this person is a bad person. but maybe they just wasn't meant for you, or maybe they wasn't meant for you in this season. So again, the commandment is to love, but you don't have to like the person. I just had a situation today where a person that I truly, 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 truly love, and they did something I did not like. They said something I did not like. But at the end of the day, I love that person from the bottom of my heart. But I don't like what they did. But it's all good. I still love them. They're still a very close person to me. But I don't like what they do. And when you get to that point where you understand that what comes with people, it's just part of the game. I'm not trying to say it like that or like some street terminology, but it's part of the game. Like, we all individuals. There's parts of us that's good. There's parts of us that's bad. And you just have to find them people. And it's not even just about relationships like dating, but friendships, business, or whatever. You have to find them people that mesh and that come together based on what you're looking for. And just because they don't match what you're looking for doesn't mean that they're a bad person. They just don't match you. So I hope that give you a little bit of light. I know it's a little bit vague for tonight. Again, it's just me just running my mouth. But I hope that you got something out of this. Again, this is Unadulterated You. My name is Theodore Campbell. My partner is Bianca. And like I said, we are on YouTube. We're on Instagram. You can check us out on all social media platforms. I think we even got a Facebook page now. So check us out. Let me know what you think. Get in them comments. If you like what I said, comment what you said. Even if you didn't like what I said, comment and let me know what you think about liking somebody versus loving somebody. If you disagree with what I said, let me know. So I appreciate it. If you watched this far, that means you watched to the end. And I appreciate you listening to me this evening. Y'all be blessed. Talk to you later.